Back now here on the KFYR Plus News Desk, and President Trump's surprise New Year's Eve decision to delay steep tariff hikes on upholstered furniture, kitchen cabinets, and vanities now has sent ripple effects through the remodeling and design world. With trade talks ongoing and costs in flux, what does 2026 hold for home builders and interior designers? Well, we're lucky because joining me now is Susan Semmelman, a leading interior design expert. Susan, thank you for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, how do you feel the delay of this tariff increase is affecting the pricing and the material availability in the remodeling and cabinetry projects for this year? Is this the time this year, 2026, to maybe jump into that remodel project?
I think so. I think 2026 is looking up. 2025, everything was really slowed down. There was a lot of times when there was concern about the home building, the development, the interior design, and the moving forward. But I think 2026 is looking very optimistic for us, and definitely with all that's ahead in our pipeline.
Does this decision create stability for designers such as yourself and for builders, or does it simply postpone an uncertainty?
I would have to say it postpones uncertainty, of course, because we want to be able to have that stability and know our numbers and know our metrics and know our key components of how driving our business. However, it does come back to trusting the process, having faith in the process, and being able to say it's all for the greater good. We are definitely American companies that we are proud to be American and love supporting those jobs and putting it back in our pockets. So I look at it optimistically and think it might give us a little bit of a breather from last year to be able to
Mm-hmm.
not have shock factors that are cost controllers that go out, but are really more stabilized and allow us to catch our breath this year.
Are you seeing any creative design adaptations, such as alternative finishes for their cabinets or modular cabinetry to offset some maybe cost pressures?
Absolutely. So one of the things that we're seeing really more than ever is that innovation. There's been we're in the manufacturing world, they have kind of cookie cuttered a lot of that cabinetry industry. And so now we're really seeing more customizing coming back, that we are offering different finishes, alternative areas of design where we're getting more back into the traditional market and bringing more home to us to offer more products that are
Mm-hmm.
showcasing more innovation than ever before.
And for interior designers, how might the tariff dynamics influence material choices, or even design flexibility, or even project value propositions?
And I've said this since the day one with all of this. It doesn't stop the buying. It stops the strategy of buying, or it stops maybe the ultimate decision of where you're going to buy, but it doesn't stop the buyer. In the high-end luxury market, the clients, they want to get what they want. If they have to wait a little longer, if they have to pay a little more, it's not necessarily ideal. It kind of goes back to where we were in COVID and we had those circumstances that we were dealt those cards then, but everyone figured it out. And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
where we are today. Is it redirects our focus, as far as not necessarily that we're going to buy, but the strategy behind the buying.
Could this year be the year that we move to promote, I guess, American-made furniture and cabinetry as clients grow more cost-conscious?
I sure hope so. That's the one thing that I love is redirecting that focus. I manufacture myself here in America.
Mm-hmm.
I manufacture drapery and bedding, and so I have American-made labor. And what it's done is it's caused us to redirect our focus and make sure that all of our suppliers are coming within house. If we are trading overseas, we just have to know we have to build that tariff, that cost in the price. Again, we don't love it. It's not fun, and it certainly doesn't help us from the time delays. But again, we want to be able to offer to the clients what they want. And if it's American made and they can get it quicker, stronger, faster, and better quality, why not?
Yeah, you bet. Susan, what should home builders and designers be focusing on now to build resilience?
Absolutely. I think it's timeless quality. I really do. Everything's coming back. You know, the trends of today are things that are we've seen before, and they're just
Hmm.
spun off in a different way. I think strong design is being able to embrace those trends and be able to bring back those timeless elements, but to still push forward with all the different innovation that you can have and stay motivated for the design industry to be able to know you're still going to see something new. People, no matter who we are, even though we might be products of our environment, we still hunger for something we've never seen before.
Do you think the tariffs will permanently reshape the interior design industry's reliance on imports?
I do not. I don't think ultimately that they will not reshape permanently. I think it's a temporary
Hmm.
situation that we're in, but I do not think it's permanent. And the reason why I say that is the world is all one unified place. And we need to be able to trade with gifts and talents with people that can perform and do things outside our box. Now, again, if we can all do it in America, that would be the perfect world and that would be a perfect thing. However, when it comes to interior design, keep in mind that we don't all want to look alike. And so we
Hmm.
want to always push innovation, and being able to offer resources around the world is ideal to the luxury client.
Susan, what advice would you give to home builders and designers planning projects that are spanning into 2027?
I say absolutely keep it stabilized. I don't think it's going to be a year that's going to skyrocket and boom out of this world, but I will tell you, I think stabilizing your job and watching it grow slowly and steadily is the way to approach 2026 going into 2027. You know, we all want it to come back the way it was a couple of years ago. And I believe with the interest rates lowering and the banks loaning money and the development coming back, I feel very optimistic that we're going to have a lot of prosperity coming down our pipeline.
Susan Semmelman, thank you so much for your valuable insight today. I sure appreciate that.
Thank you.
You bet. All right, it is 38 now past the hour. Let's take a break. We're right back here with more news next on KFYR Plus.